What's up, guys? I wanted to do a little, I guess, show off of a new rifle I got and the things that I'm going to do to change it. So, first off, this is the new AR pistol that I got. I'm loving these things. I love how small and compact they are, how easy they are to carry every day in something like a backpack with the appropriate adapters. Now, I bought this to be a truck gun for the most part, so it's going to be strapped to my molly carrier that goes on the back of my truck seat, but I want the ability to put it in a backpack and take it anywhere I want. So I bought some stuff to make that possible. And this thing, 7.5-inch barrel, 5.56, takes the same mag, same bullet, you know, everything that I'm comfortable with already shooting with my full-size piston-driven AR, but in a pistol everyday carry sort of configuration. I love it. I also love the FDE color, Flak Dark Earth, and I've never really changed the buffer tube or taken the stuff off, so I bought some tools to help me with that. And after a bunch of research, I found this AR tool, Real Avid, the Armorer's Master Wrench, and this thing is as solid of a tool as I've ever found. And no, it's definitely not the $15 Amazon one, and I shop a lot on Amazon. I actually have a broken mailbox from FedEx to prove how much I order. But this one has removable tips for your hammer. You got brass, you got a hard plastic, and then you have a soft rubber. And it all depends on, you know, how you want to take care and hit pins and things on your rifle without damaging things. I'm not that particular because it's a firearm. Things are going to get beat up, they're going to get used. But if you're particular about, you know, the substance of the tools, that thing gives you great ability to change the heads out. And I've got some extra stuff up here because we're going to have a range day tomorrow with the family, and it's going to be a fun day. But I wanted to do some stuff to this pistol to make it more fun for me. I got a couple of the Magpul double mag carriers, or the coupler. I like having that ability. I know it makes it a little heavier, but if you were ever in a crunch and these are in their holder in my vehicle or in my pouch, it's a really quick and easy transition from one magazine to the other, and I prefer it that way. I have done a lot of research about particular AR pistols, and because I would like to suppress it at some point, and gas blowback, stuff like that with the gas system. Plus, I like the large ambidextrous charging handle, which is a lot easier to grab if something goes wrong, you know, or when you need to use it. This one is the Precision Reflex gas buster, and it is in the FDE, so it matches my gun. And if there is any gas blowback, hopefully this already takes care of the problem. I don't even know if there is a problem going to be with this rifle if I suppress it, but I'm trying to take care of it on the front end. I also got the Magpul M-Bus front and rear. We're going to install those. I got a 45-degree offset because I have a Sightmark M-Spec Reflex sight coming. Should be here today or Monday, but it's going to go on there, so I want the ability to transition to my iron sights if something happens to the red dot. I do have a tac laser that I had on my primary weapon, and I took it off because, well, contrary to popular belief, I don't like all the cool guy shit on my guns. If it's night, I don't want somebody to know that I'm tracking them or about to shoot them because they're breaking into my house. I want them to be surprised. I don't want to give away my position, so I don't like flashlights. I don't like lasers. I have good night vision, and that's really where I'm at with that. I don't typically use flashlights for night training just because I have good vision. We got the Sylvan arms, folding stock adapter. This is the Gen 3. They've gone through a couple gens. I think every stock adapter that's worth its money has gone through a couple gens because of feedback from people. And this is the Gen 3, so it's supposed to have a lowered hinge that you don't bust your knuckles on, and a couple other, I think the spring tension's a little tighter to hold the stock up against the rifle. So a lot of good things about this one, and Law folding adapter, but Law firearms adapter is almost twice the price. I'm sure it's worth the money, but I wasn't really ready to go down that road unless I absolutely have to. I got some really cool, they have nothing to do with the ability of the firearm, but I think they look cool. And this is just a magwell holder that gives you a little more grip, a little more real estate when you're holding on to the front of the magwell. But these are little click-on faceplates, they call them masks, for this magwell grip. And I'm pretty artistic, so I'm gonna paint them up pretty cool. But they got the Spartan, a skull, the Punisher, and like a medieval mask. And I can't wait to put them on, get them painted. I'm gonna paint all of them, I believe. But I'm gonna paint them up, I'm gonna put them on. I think it'll be pretty neat. I don't know where to put that. But they have nothing to do with how good the rifle operates, but I like the cool factor. I think customizing your stuff, your vehicle, your guns to fit your own personality, I like it. Oh. So, as you can see, it didn't come with any sights. I do like that it has the ability to put, it's pretty tight, but there is a bottle that you can buy to put oil in your hands, your buttstock, or excuse me, hand grip. I like that you could have oil with you all the time, so I'm probably gonna get that bottle and have it in there. I haven't shot anything with this flash suppressor on it before, so I'm pretty interested to do that tomorrow. That's about it. I guess we get right into popping the pins out. Tight. I'll probably wipe it down a little bit before I shoot it tomorrow because it came pretty well lubricated. But install the new charging handle. That's done. And this.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
That didn't quite go as planned, did it? I don't think I'm gonna get that off without messing it up. The last thing I want to do is mess it up. Good Lord. Tearing my skin off. Well, I'm gonna go watch their video again and we'll see what I'm doing wrong. So, that was interesting. I will say that if you get a reputable gun builder, they do what they call staking the castle nut, right? And I did notice it, but I didn't think it would be that damn hard to get loosened up. I thought I was strong enough. I needed to get a mechanical advantage and use a hammer. slightly. But I did mar my castle nut a little bit. I did mar the threads a little bit. But at this stage, it's kind of like, F it, right? It's a firearm. I did put the upper back on because I just wanted to make sure everything was cool. But upper off. Now, hopefully, we can accomplish the rest of this task without too much issue. I am going to release the buffer tube. Get my plate. Oh, I'm going to take my buffer spring out. Might make things a little bit easier. Now, why won't the plate come loose? I don't really want to mess up anything else. Come on. The plate should slide back so that I can get the spring out. There we go. Don't want to lose it. So there's my spring.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
That was effing retarded. There's the spring. I'm a rookie when it comes to doing this kind of stuff. I love taking stuff apart, building stuff. Goes with being Army EOD, I kind of like tearing stuff apart, but sometimes not as graceful as I should be. All right, so I'm back from losing the buffer pin and spring that holds the buffer spring in. That was stupid. It was stupid of me. And since then, I've kind of taken a break because I had to go get my kid from volleyball. And I decided to take the rest of the stuff out of the packages so you didn't have to watch me do that monotonous stuff. I painted the Magpul covers that I showed you earlier in a way that I think is kind of cool. Took me about 10 minutes total to paint those and didn't take long at all. Some acrylic paint, you know, just make them look cool, in my opinion. So now I'm going to try to put this stuff back together. I also have my trusty Jack and Coke, so it should be interesting. All right, we're going to put this thing back together. So, I believe oh yeah, it makes me happy. Man, what a cool gizmo. Because now, I don't have my tape measure, but now it should be somewhere right around 18 inches long, which is perfect for my very nondescript backpack. Oh yeah, dude, I don't know, doing stuff like this makes me happy. What a cool deal. Fits with room to spare. Plus I'll have the ability to do extra mags and things that I need, but man, how cool. Digging it. That's the Sylvan Arms folding buttstock adapter. All right. So now, put some stuff away. We'll throw some sights on. And these are just, I don't know, everyday generic 45-degree angle offsets. And the reason I'm doing this is because I cannot find a 1.93, well, or any riser for the Sightmark M-Spec reflex sight. If I was able to find the appropriate riser for that red dot, that it'll be here Tuesday, then I wouldn't need offsets. I would be able to do my pop-ups through the hollowed out riser for the red dot. But since I cannot find that, offsets are about the only way to go, in my opinion. So now, perfect. My backup sights are installed. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of 45-degree offsets, but they do work, and I have shot, and they are, you know, just as proficient. It's just a little extra work. Now the Magpul grip that I've got, I've already pre-installed the screws so that I could just slide it on and tighten these things up. So in the meantime, I know it's boring listening. Maybe I'll cut this out of the tape so you don't have to sit here and watch me just screw screws. But I'm a combat vet, so I like guns, and I've been in combat quite a bit, so I do know what I like for setups and what I don't. But people like Garand Thumb and T-Rex Arms, and they're putting out some great content, and all I can do is say thank you, because their reviews, their, you know, no bullshit, no complication, just tell you how it is. Like, I appreciate that. Plus the training that they do, they give great pointers to everybody from beginner to intermediate to advanced. The stuff they're doing is pretty good stuff. This isn't the normal content that I do on my stuff either. Normally it's fishing or something like that, but there's many things that I am very interested in. Firearms is just one of them. So, man, that's nice and secure. I mean, I can't move it a little bit. Maybe it needs to be just a hair tighter. You can always play with it later, but that's pretty sexy. Still works with the mags. I love a little extra real estate right there. I'm still learning a little bit of having maybe a proper grip or a different grip, but I'm very much been always close to the chest with that grip there. But I know that out farther gives you much more leverage, and that's from watching the gentleman's videos that I've been telling you about. So which one do I want to choose? I'm gonna show these to the camera. So you can see on the inside, they started out flat dark earth, just like that guy right there. And whoops, in about, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes, 2 colors of paint on that guy. I painted the outside black, flat black, and then gave it a little brushed bronze look. I thought that turned out really well. The Punisher I had painted with a black base coat, and then as you can tell I put red and white, and I saw somebody paint one like that on their Amazon page that I bought it from. I thought it looked pretty cool. And then there's like a Templar sort of soldier, medieval soldier, and that's black base coat with a graphite gray dry brushed on there, and then bronze on the center of the shield where it's supposed to look kind of cool, and a little bit of red accent and little crosses on the side. So you can say which one is your favorite, but I think I'm going right now with the Spartan helmet. I just think it looks awesome. Plus, I'm a huge fan of 300 and the Spartans themselves, and the whole movement of, hey, don't touch my shit, you can come and take it, I'm not gonna give it up. Molon Lave, right? So other than the red dot, that is pretty close to being complete. I think I'm going to do a little paint job on my mags so that they match the firearm. And I have a battle axe, a hatchet of, it's nothing special, but I'm painting it and I'm going to reprofile the blade. And it's all going to go on my carrier. So you guys can tell me what you think. I am extremely pleased. Extremely pleased. So, just for shits and giggles, I'll show you what I got. It's like a 50 something, under 60 bucks. Dagger Defense. It's supposed to be a combat veteran owned organization. It's by no means like an expensive site, but I bought what I would call a budget site. So, it's definitely under $100. And I got the site mark M-Spec Reflex, which is definitely not under $100. But since it's not going to be here till Tuesday, and I plan on shooting tomorrow, today is Saturday, it's not going to be here till Tuesday, I'm going to mount this guy on here, and we'll see how she runs tomorrow while we put some rounds downrange. I really wish, if somebody knows and can point me in the right direction of a 1.93 inch riser, just like the one Scalar Works makes, that will fit the sight mark or this Dagger Defense. Like, I don't understand why there isn't a 1.93 inch riser on the market that's hollow in the middle so you can see through it and use your iron sights, but go from Picatinny rail to Picatinny rail. I don't understand why that's not available. I would think Scalar Works or any of the other ones that make really good risers would just automatically make a riser that goes from Picatinny rail to Picatinny rail, but it hasn't been what I have found. What's this? The CR 2032 battery. And that's why, this is another reason I want the riser. To properly shoulder this thing where it's supposed to go, right? Then you're down doing some stupid stuff, trying to get your cheek against the buttstock, and it's just such a pain. I want to shoulder it and it be where it's supposed to be. I don't want to have to get all the way down here looking all crazy. You know what I mean? I am a fan of reflex sights, so you can have both eyes open, but that's basically what it's going to look like again. But I am going to switch it out. I'll fire it tomorrow. We'll see how it does tomorrow, and I'll also see how the sight mark does after I get it on. And since I'm traveling for work, I won't have a review out by next weekend. But as soon as I can, I will. Thanks, guys.